Right. Okay. So there are vacancies all over the world. There are opportunities around the world. But the challenge that majority are having today is lack of relevance, then also ignorance. If you are not aware that some of this program exists, I'm telling you, you will continue to say that there are no opportunities anywhere. Whereas there are immense opportunities around the world, things that you are venture into. I remember during our own days in school, some of the things that were trending that time is computer engineering, chemical engineering, electrical electronics engineering, food and science technology, accounting and all of that. But now there is a paradigm shift in what is going on around the world, around technology, around marketing, around innovations. So we as young people need to be conversant with what is going on. And we need to be relevant so that at the end of the day, you have varieties of things you can do. And you are not stranded and you are not just on the spot carrying certificates and telling everyone that there are no jobs anywhere. Upcoming generation are to be made entrepreneurs. They are to be made job creators. They are to be made, innovators, solution providers around the world. So your own generation must not be stranded in this lockdown of no jobs, no opportunity. We have to create varieties of opportunities for all of you. So that's the purpose of this program. So, and I want you to be open as much as you can. Take it very, very seriously because it's going to bring a lot of transformation into your life. It may look small, it may look so, very mundane, but I'm telling you, it can spark up a spark. It can spark up a flame inside of you and turn you into a robust person with varieties of opportunity, and you have solutions to provide for this generation. So that is what we are driving at. So I want you to be very open. If you are not clear with anything, make it known. So we will be looking at robotics, we'll be looking at digital marketing, and we'll be looking at coding. They are in their basic forms. They are deeper and richer than what will be taking you in this course. But it is going to be an awareness for you to know that this exists. Can I dive into this? Can I dive into this? Oh, can I pick on robotics? Can I pick on coding and programming? Can I pick on digital marketing? Any of those things, they are skills. So that by the time you enter into university, between your year 1 and year 3, I want to become a consultant on yourself. You are wondering, yes, become a consultant. You have not finished your education, but already your skills that you have acquired, they are paying off. Why? Because you have developed yourself ahead of your mates in class. So you are seeing different things. As soon as you are closed from lecture, you are returning back home to sit down on your computer and to start another work where you are being paid. So that is the opportunity around the world today. And I want you to open your mind. Yahoo is not the way to go. Crime is not the way to go. Doping people is not the way to go. There are legitimate means of making earnings. And one, it will glorify God. It will give peace to your parents. And you yourself, you will have peace. You won't be running around town, running from people, running from police and all of that. So this is the reason we are here. And I trust the Lord that the Lord is going to help us. So we are looking at robotics. Okay. Introduction to basic robotics. What is a robot? A robot is a machine designed to execute one or more tasks automatically with speed and precision. They can be in any form, which include human, animal, etc. A robot in the form of a human is called what? Humanoid. Let me just give you a few seconds to ruminate on that. Give me 2 minutes. So what is robotics? Robotics is the branch of technology that deals with one, design, construction, operation, and application of what? Of robots. Look at it. It deals with design, deals with construction, deals with operation, and application of robots. So it is the field of computer science and engineering concerned with creating devices that can move and react to sensory inputs. The world has gone, you know, to the other side. And we must not be limited to the happenings around the world. A lot of things are going on around the world. There are, I'll begin to show you certain examples of some robots and to see some of the designs that have been made. You have a dancing robot. You have a medical robot that can perform an operation on people. You have one that can arrange things. During COVID-19 in China, robots were the ones serving people in the hotels. You just make an order and you will hear a knock. And as you open the door, who will you see? You will see a robot delivering what you have asked for. We have a chef robot who can cook. Everything has been programmed and is gradually coming back to us. First Bank, I think Victoria Island in Lagos, now has a robot standing by to take instruction from people. You want to check your account, you want to do this, you want to do that, it's there. I saw it in the news. So gradually it's coming to us. So who are the people that will be responsible for the design? Who are the people that will be responsible for the construction? Who are the people that will be responsible for the operation and the applications of robots? They are you who are trained in that field of science and technology. And as some people are losing their jobs, some people are being employed. So they will employ the designers who can design robots. We can employ those who can construct it. They will design those who can operate it effectively, those who can fix it when there is an error, and those who can, program it to make it applicable to what you want to use it for. So as one opportunity is closing for some people, opportunity is opening for some people. If you're an archaic and analog, you will lose your job. But if you're modern and you are relevant, then you will be employed. So as a young person, by the time you begin to study from now, age 12, age 15, age 18, within the next 5 years, think of what you're going to become in that field. So it is very, very important that you know that this thing operates and we can venture into it. All right. I think we understand to this point. So types of robots. So we have stationary robots, we have wheeled robots, we have legged robots, we have swimming robots, we have flying robots, we have swarm robots, we have modular robots, we have micro robots, nano robots, soft elastic robots. You know, we'll see some of the examples later on. Then look at the applications of robots. Robots are applied in the following ways: industrial robots, we have domestic robots, we have medical robots. There are domestic robots, there are robots in the house that can do the cleaning in the house. Who will do your cleaning? Medical robots, yes. Service robots, military robots, entertainment robots, space robots, hobby and competition robots. You know, those are applications of robots. Okay, look at this. If an example of a flying robot is our drone. You must have seen a drone before, attached with a camera. You know, it can fly. There are distances it can cover with somebody operating it. You know, we use it to capture events, we use it to capture movies. You know, they use it to spy the enemy in their camps. So you can use a robot, right? What about wheeled military robots? This one can fight war and be deployed to battles. You know, I was seeing a devastating video this evening about 21 military officers that were killed yesterday. Was it on Monday? Yeah, yesterday morning by the bandits. They launched an attack against them. So imagine if the government should invest in wheeled military robots and deploy to Boko Haram, to Sambisa Forest and all of those hideouts that those miscreants are hiding. It will destroy all of them. The worst you can do is to destroy this wheel and they will buy another one. Instead of wasting precious lives, fathers and husbands of some people without blinking. Then we have domestic robots. It cleans the floor. You operate it and it moves around. It will detect obstacles, avoid obstacles, clean the floor, and you are good to go. Then legged military robots also can fight wars. Okay? Space robot. This one can launch into the space, make research and all of that, and return when you want it to return. Okay? Stationary medical robot working with doctors. You know, as I said, the world has gone. You know, somebody is there at an other end of the world and program a robot to perform an operation on a patient, and they are watching. And they will be very precise because they have been configured not to cause error. Before they will be deployed, they will have tested them, done all manner of research on them, and no carelessness, no flimsy, you know, careless ways of killing people. That a lot of doctors who are archaic today, and they cause many lives to be lost. Okay. Or of stationary industrial robots. During COVID-19, where human beings have limited time to work, who do you think was doing the work? It's a robot. All you have to do is just program it. And they don't get tired. They don't take maternity leave. They don't run on leave. They are more efficient. They are more productive. And where human beings are producing, like probably a biscuit company where human beings will produce 100 cartons, you know, within the space of time, a robot can produce 1,000 cartons. We have builders. We have robots that build houses, you know, all of that. Okay. These are educational robots. And, you know, we are trusting God that the Lord will bless our parents so that some of these ones, you can use it to learn how to program a robot. And that is where coding comes in. Because we need programmers. You know, there are people who construct the body, the structure, the layout, who put all of those together. But there are people who will now impute programs into the robot to operate, to function. And that is where programmers are needed. And how do you communicate with those robots? It is through the use of coding and programs like Python and the likes of them. So we have wide range of field that you can venture into as young as you are. Don't wait until you are 30, like some of us who started very late. If you pick it up at this level, oh my God, you will go far and you will earn good living. We are not talking about, you won't be waiting for minimum wage of the government that will never come, or you are depending on one white collar job. You have gone far. Everywhere in the world, they will be looking for you because your work or your profession is just not localized within your country. The entire world will be in search of you because you are a solution provider. But this is the starting point. This is the starting point. Since you know that this exists now, then in prayer, we will pray for our parents that God will bless them, or anywhere you can further this education or learning. Then the curiosity and the eagerness and the hunger has been created. That is what we want to achieve with this program that we are bringing to you. All right? Okay, before I go into the components of robots, I would like to show us some few examples of robots. So let me show us a few examples. Up to this point, if you have any question, any concern, please ask me. No, I know it's still we are just starting. If there's anything you would like to ask, kindly ask me and let the flow continues. The class must be interesting. I want your feedbacks as we go on. If you hear me, say hi. Hope I'm audible enough.
Hi.
Oh, lovely. That's my very good friends. Okay. All right. Okay, let me show you one of the robots. I will share it now. We have many, many examples of them. That's a dancing robot. Look at the narration here. It says, dancing robot invented by an Igbo, Cyprian Emeka Igbo from Anambra State, based in the US. That record as it. Let me load this one. He said, record as it. That man has about 28 his name. Scientific research done by his wit shows that his brain is extraordinary, almost on daily basis. Can you imagine? An Igbo man from Nigeria invented US robots.
Just give it to me one more time. Give me fantastic, be a romantic. Yeah, boko, yeah. Yeah, boko, yeah. Yeah, boko, yeah. Yeah, boko, yeah.
All right, that's a dancing robot. That's a dancing robot. Let me see if I can still get another one to share. You know, to let you know that things are happening around the world, and as young people, you must be well positioned. Don't stop complaining. Don't let Nigerian factor affect your own now. All you have to see is see ahead. See ahead. See ahead of life. and see the future ahead. So don't let any government frustrate your life now. Some of us, we are trusting God that, you know, the Lord will send help. But for you, you are still quite young, and you must not be trapped in this mess, right? Let me show you a medical robot. Let me show you a medical robot.
Robo-cop, robo-dog, robo-doctor. Robo-cop.
Okay, let me share.
Robo-dog, robo-doctor. All right, medical technology is getting weirder by the day, but I mean that in a good way. Take the eye knife, for example. It's a surgical knife that actually vaporizes tissue and then analyzes the smoke that comes out so that a surgeon can know if she's cutting into cancerous cells or healthy margins. Or what about mechanical leeches? They pretty much do what medicinal leeches do, only with less chance of a bacterial infection and a lot less writhing. There's only so much improvement you can do to a tool before you eventually have to turn your attention to the hand that holds that tool, and that's where robotic surgery comes in. So do you remember the autonomous surgery pod in Ridley Scott's Prometheus? How far away are we from something like that? Well, not as far away as you might think. You see, robotic surgery and computer-assisted medicine are already doing amazing things right now, and the potential for what they could do in the future could change medicine forever. One of the most common surgical robots is the Da Vinci line. Da Vinci is focused on translating a surgeon's control movements into direct action upon a patient. So every time a human moves, the robot moves. Unless, of course, a T-Rex happens to be walking by, in which case the robot actually filters out any of those little hand trimmers, so that way you get pure control, no error. Another advantage of robot surgeons is the chance for telesurgery. So let's assume that you're some sort of futuristic penguin research scientist and you're on assignment off the coast of Antarctica when suddenly you need an appendectomy. But your ship is completely trapped by ice and your ship's surgeon has been, I don't know, kidnapped by ice pirates or something. What do? Well, essentially, you Skype it in. A surgeon on the mainland sits down at a terminal and supervises robotically assisted telesurgery via satellite uplink. Another advantage is minimally invasive procedures. Now see, traditional open surgery can leave big scars, they can take a long time to heal, and there's a lot of pain involved in recovery. But what if instead of making a 4-inch incision in your stomach, we were able to do the same procedure using instruments put through little 1/2-inch holes? Now, human doctors have been doing minimally invasive procedures for years, but honestly, there's only so much human hands can do through these tiny holes in your skin. But robotic precision means those incisions have gotten smaller and smaller over time. And if we continue through this miniaturization rabbit hole, who knows? Maybe one day there'll be barely a notion of what an inpatient procedure is. Now, the future for robotic surgery is wide open. Just take a look at what people have created with the Raven line. This is an open source robotic surgeon, and sure, it looks like a couple of mechanical spider arms, but the important thing here is research. You see, it creates a common platform for people to do experiments which will determine the future of robotic surgery. But beyond all that, instead of just talking about robotic assisted surgeries, let's talk about their full potential. We're talking autonomous robot surgeons. Okay, so with machine learning, a robot surgeon could potentially study all the information from successful procedures in the past and apply that to learn how to do those procedures in the future. And if they prove to be as good or better than human surgeons, maybe we wouldn't even go to hospitals to have surgery. Instead, if you expected to have a surgery, you might buy a robot surgeon for the home, or for the office, or for the spacecraft. Which leads me to a question for all of you out there. Let's say that you have to have a dangerous surgical procedure. Which would you choose? The best human surgeon alive today, or the best robot surgeon from 50 years in the future? Let us know what your decision is and explain why in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to our channel, share it with your friends, and after all that, take a look at some of these videos over here.
Who's ready to hatch some cool pets? Click. Here to make your very own monster on Adapted Mind.
All right, are we still together? Are we together now? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so you see the beauty
Yes, sir.
of robotics technology now. You know, another one I want to show you tonight before we close is a builder. How robots are building houses. You know, let me show you that also shortly.
Cannot see it. Sir, we cannot see anything.
So I'm showing you now. Just hold on. Hello, sorry, my sweethearts. My network just didn't threw me out. So I just came back now. Sorry. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So let's
Yes, sir.
sorry for the breaks. Sorry for the breaks. I'm having network issues here. Okay, but I'm back now. So let's watch this. Can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all right, okay. Let me just play it.
Yes, sir.
Playing robot has broken its own record, laying 200 bricks in just 1 hour. Robot has broken its own record, laying 200 bricks in just 1 hour. Meet the Hadrian X. The machine is made by an Australian company called Fast Brick Robotics, or FBR for short. For reference, human bricklayers typically lay 300 to 500 bricks per day, with the record being an astonishing 914 bricks in just 1 hour. The Hadrian X's 200 bricks per hour may sound slow in comparison, but it's not using ordinary bricks. These are made special for the Hadrian X by FBR, and they're 12 times larger than standard house bricks. FBR says that its specially made bricks are lighter, stronger, and will minimize waste. But the Hadrian X isn't limited to these special bricks. It can also be used with standard bricks in a range of different sizes. The adhesive that joins the bricks is also an FBR original, drying and setting in 45 minutes as opposed to mortar, which can take 1 to 2 days to set. To compensate for wind, vibrations, and other natural disturbances which may disrupt the bricklaying process, the Hadrian X uses something called dynamic stabilization technology to remain steady and precise. For ease of transport, the Hadrian X is seen here mounted to a truck, but FBR says that its bricklaying robot could also be mounted to boats, barges, cranes, and more. FBR's website claims that the Hadrian X could build the walls of a home in 1 to 3 days, and that each robot could build the walls of 100 to 300 homes a year in the right conditions. Human technicians and operators are needed to set up and feed bricks into the Hadrian X, but once it's up and running, it is fully autonomous, using 3D models to guide its brick placement. The Hadrian X bricklaying robot isn't commercially available yet, but this bricklaying robot is. Meet the SAM 100, made by Construction.
So let's just stop at that. You know, I can continue to show you a number of things that is evolving around the world today. But just let us stop there